You so much, ma'am, for this lovely introduction. I welcome all the educationists here, parents, or somewhere leaders, those have joined this webinar. Yesterday, we talked about grade till 8th, what changes CBSE is going to implement. Those, I think, were not able to attend that. I think it will be uploaded, Debashri ma'am, if I'm not wrong, by Monday on the teacher app, and you can go through that and understand the things.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm correct on that. On by Monday it will be uploaded, and maybe
Right.
I think it will be uploaded on YouTube as well.
Right.
So
Right.
those missed the session of yesterday, they can go through that and understand the changes which are going to be implemented from this session. So today, it's my great privilege to welcome you all. And today we are going to talk about the changes which are going to implement in grade 9, especially because 10th is not going to be changed. We will discuss in later with that table which is the released by CBSE in their curriculum pages. But yes, today the more focus would be grade 9. What changes are coming there and how we are going to implement that. So one short answer from you. What those were present yesterday? What were your key takeaways from the previous session? What were your key takeaways? What you understood from yesterday's session? Only one word answer you can write if you understand language system, CTAI. So I'm seeing the chat box. Language changes, you understood. Great, great. If I am able to convey a single thing to you, if I'm able to clear only one single thing to you, it would be a great achievement for me. So please keep writing what you understood from the previous session. Those attended the yesterday webinar, what they understood. R1, R2, R3. Today is a catch about it. So you will be amazed to understand. No one gave you that hint what going to be in the R1, R2. Very good. Clearly. Vocational education. Thank you, sir. Punch Kosh integration, computational thinking, and artificial intelligence. Thank you. Thank you so much. Vocational education. I'm getting the answer. CTAI, computational thinking and AI. Great, great, great. It means the three things we have discussed yesterday, I was able to convey those things to you properly, and you understood how we have to go about it. Level of proficiency. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. So now quickly, let's do. I am unsharing my screen and again share. And let's do a quick question answer session for that to understand that what we understood and where were we and how much we understood about the things. So I'm sharing the screen. Just let me know whether I'm able to share this screen. Just tell me, is it visible? Give a thumbs up if it is visible. Give a thumbs up. Thank you so much. It's visible. So let's do quick question recap to understand what we have done yesterday. What are the two primary documents that the new CBSE secondary school curriculum is strictly aligned with? I'm waiting for your responses. Which two documents are required? Which two documents are required? Let's see the answer. It's NEP 2020 and NCF SE 2023. Many of you have given the right answer. Very good. How many languages are compulsory at the secondary stage up to class 10 under the new CBSE scheme? How many languages are compulsory? Yes, yes. Many of you are getting the right. 3 languages are compulsory right now. So in the CBSE 3-language formula, what does R1 level signify? What is the R1 level? Yesterday we discussed about it. What is the R1 level? That is the highest proficiency, highest level of proficiency. Very good. R3 level language. What is the term R3 level language? I need answers. Hurry up, write in the chat box. What is the R3 level language? What is the meaning of R3 level? That is the only basic proficiency, basic level of proficiency. Thank you so much for giving this lovely support. Next, in what year the grade will the R3 level language be first introduced under the phase in plan? Which year? Which year and grade? Which grade and which year? Yes. Yes, grade 6. And this year, 2026-27 academic session, we are going to introduce 3-language policy. What will the first board exam featuring the fully implementation of 3-language? When? Which year? Yesterday only we talk about this thing. 2031 graduates. We talk about this only. Next, at what grade level does the new computational skill and artificial intelligence curriculum begins? At which grade? Yes, at which grade? Yes, 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 I'm getting the responses. Great, great. Yes, it's grade 3. Next, what does the term unplugged mean in the context of CBSE computational thinking curriculum for classes 3 to 8? What does it mean, unplugged? If I'll talk about unplugged and plugged yesterday. So what is the meaning of unplugged? Yes, absolutely right. Few are giving the right answers. Yes. It allows for teaching logic problem solving without requiring immediate access to computer devices. It means zero dependency on devices. Last question. Beginning in 2027-28, which grade will have compulsory computational thinking and AI textbook? Which grade? Next session, which grade? Till 8, they have introduced. In which grade? 27-28. That is grade 9. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your this participation, wonderful participation. And I am amazed to see that all of you are aware whatever we have discussed about the changes in CBSE curriculum. So I'm sharing the PPT again. Give me a thumbs up if it is visible to you. Great, great, great. Thank you so much for your response. So we understood that what changes are going to implement in grade 3 to 8. Today we are talking about grade 9th and 10th. So here we required a shift. Which shift is required? This shift is required where rational, ethical, and compassionate, where ethical and compassionate learners are made. We are not here to only give them rote memorization method. We are not here that they should be only on the content development. We are only ask them to memorize it and vomit in the paper. We don't require that kind of. We have rigid silos. Silos means if I say child want to opt science, so PCM is compulsory subject. But now the shift is saying we should make them rote memorization should be shifted to conceptual understanding. They should understand the concept well rather than only mug up and just write. And there should be multidisciplinary flexibility should be there. Child wants to study political science or physics or bio or political science or BST or accounts. Any aspect should be open for that child. And how we are going to that shift, how that is the CBSE policy tell us that how we will move this phase to that phase. For that they have already introduced competency based education. You know that now board exams are 50% competency based. Why it is competency based? It is case based, source based, critical thinking based, so that the thoughts should be clear in their mind. They should understand how to apply this knowledge rather than to mug up it. Second, the R1, R2, R3 criteria is introduced to make them multilingual proficient so that they are proficient in 1 foreign language and 2 Indian languages. For holistic parity, CBSE introduced physical wellness, art integration, vocational education program so that the child should become a holistic his development should be holistic. That should be 360-degree, not only in the academic zone. It should be in multidisciplinary zone as well. And along with that, CBSE also introduced computational thinking and AI to keep it in mind that the next future is of AI. So we have to give them future skills as well. So CBSE try to implement each and everything which make our learners to be futuristic ready. So that shift is required for that. So now critical mandate changes. What CBSE implementing in it? So we should know that STEM advanced option, that maths and science, CBSE gave advanced option for that. We are going to discuss it today. Secondly, language framework. I'm talking about grade 9 only. I'm repeating again and again. I'm talking about grade 9 only, 10th, no change this year. So language framework R1, R2 would be implement this year for grade 9 again. Third is vocational integration. That also I talked about yesterday, but again, I'm going to discuss about it today only because it becomes the mandatory part of the board exam next year. The third one was CT and AI, computational thinking and AI. It's again become the integral part for the board exam. So these all are going to be the integral part of board exam. So we are going to discuss about it for the grade 9 this year. So first, I'm going to discuss about the STEM, that is science and maths. Merely, if I talk about maths, so maths can be considered as that it develops clarity of thoughts. If I talk about maths, कहते हैं ना जिस बच्चे का मैथ्स अच्छा होता है उसका क्लैरिटी ऑफ थॉट्स अच्छा होता है. मैथ्स अच्छा होना जो हमारे दिमाग में बिठा दिया ना कि हर बच्चे का मैथ्स अच्छा नहीं है, दैट्स अ रॉन्ग परसेप्शन. Firstly, we should develop that clarity of thought should be there, precision should be there, logical reasoning should be there. Any child can be good in maths and science. He can be a problem solver. He has ability to recognize pattern. He has ability to understand relationship and apply those concepts in the real life scenarios. So what changes CBSE is bringing here, that one paper maths and science standard would be there. One paper, science and math standard paper would be there. And they have given one option of advance. One option of advance in science and maths. So question arises, why advance? Earlier there was maths basic and standard in grade 10. So what is the requirement of advance? So the answer is that CBSE wants to bridge the gap between grade 10 and 11. If you see the syllabus of grade 10 maths and science and grade 11 maths and science, it's a huge gap between them. Huge gap. Whatever the child study in grade 10 maths, it's totally different in grade 11. In the same with the science. So CBSE tries to bridge this gap. How they are going to bridge this gap? Because they want to bridge this gap from the grade 9 onwards. So what they are doing, they are taking some chapters of grade 11 and give it as advanced syllabus in grade 9. Like they have introduced maths advanced 2 chapters. One is sets from grade 11, one logarithm. In the same way, they have introduced some advanced syllabus, some chapters of grade 11 or higher terms in grade 9. They want to bridge that gap, which is between grade 10 and grade 11. Now, what is the criteria? One student has option to choose as optional subject this advanced option. Advanced level is not mandatory. It's child priority that if child is good, they can go for advanced option. If they think we don't want to go for advanced option, they have the full independence of that. But those children are going to take advanced level. They are getting 25 marks paper and 1 hour extra time in exam. And if I'll say it's a win-win situation for the student if they opt advance. Why? Because if they score more than 50%, it will reflect in their result sheet if they clear that. But if they they are not able to clear that, it's totally fine. Nothing would be written in their mark sheet. So that's why I said it's a win-win situation. School should opt for the advanced level students. Those want to opt, those want to do some further studies, or they have interest, because we all are having very, I can say, very brilliant children in our classes. So what we can do, we can ask them to opt for advanced level. There one question more arises. Yesterday also many teachers were asking, ma'am, advanced के लिए क्या हमें अलग से पढ़ाना पड़ेगा? Yes, you have to put extra effort for them, extra timetable for them. So I can give one suggestion here. You can chalk out how many student wants to go for advanced option. Make another section for that. And I know that very brilliant students are going for advanced option. So the regular syllabus will be completed easily. So they can teach them in their own class, in own period, the advanced level. And yes, if you teach them, then they will score well. It would be reflected in their scorecard. Otherwise, it will not be reflected on it. If it is clear to everyone, please give a thumbs up on it. Yes, we are able to understand what is the advanced option for that. Advanced option is totally optional. Student can opt or not. That's totally depending upon your choice and your student choice. If they opted, there is no harm in it. They can go for it. If they clear, it will be reflected in the scorecard. Otherwise, if they are not able to clear that, there is nothing, and it will not be included in the overall aggregate in the scorecard. Only 25 marks paper, 1 hour extra. Yes, syllabus would be different, and CBSE is going to release that slowly and steadily, and NCERT is publishing books for that also.
Ma'am, there is a teacher, Sarita ma'am,
Mhm.
whose question is that in case a child has cleared advance,
Yes.
will that help the child in any competitive exam? Does it work
Yes,
like that?
yes, ma'am. If you see advanced syllabus, the children are preparing for. That's why I'm telling it is the roadmap. It is the roadmap for the 12th graders, because when they study advanced syllabus is basically from grade 11. They want to bridge that gap. If you will see grade 9th and 10th maths earlier, it was nothing. But if you include some important chapters from grade 11 to grade 9th and 10th, and children are able to do so, so they develop their critical thinking and problem solving power also. So definitely it's going to help them in any competitive exam. Any another query, ma'am?
No, ma'am, not at this point. Sarita ma'am, hope your query has been resolved or answered. Um, we don't have any question at the moment, ma'am. We can move on.
We can move further. Today, we will try to wind up early, because I want to take so many questions. Yesterday also they were not answered properly, or we were short of time. But today we will try to be on time, and I'll try to give as much as answer I can give, right?
Sure,
The
sure.
second change in grade 9 is R1, R2. R3 is not in grade 11 this time. R1 and R2, we have two assessment. What was R1, R2 was the level of proficiency based on their writing, speaking, and understanding, right? So syllabus is different for them. Assessment is different for them. But till now, textbook is same. Till now, textbook is same for till now. But yes, NCERT is going to release for the different level the different books. But till now, the syllabus is different. R1 is the highest proficiency level, where maybe if I talk about English, Hindi, maybe it's of higher level should be assessed. And in R2, the middle level would be assessed. So same book, syllabus would be different, assessment would be different. And if we also talk about R3 phase, that will be rolled out this year, grade 6, and subsequently that cohort will go till 2031, and R3 will be fully implemented in 2031. When these children, grade 6 children, will reach into grade 10 system. So same book, different syllabus and different assessment for that. Next is vocational education. When we talk about vocational education, yesterday also I told about it. Till now we were considered it as a safeguard. अगर बच्चा अच्छा नहीं है साइंस में, मैथ में, इसको दे दो वोकेशनल सब्जेक्ट, पास हो जाए. That was the safeguard for us. But now it's going to be the integral part of our education system, and there would be board exam for vocational education. And again, I am explaining it. It has 3 forms, life forms, 3 forms. They work for life form, work for mechanics and machines, work for services. So you have to do 3 projects per year under these 3 work form. Child should prepare their portfolio, should do field visit, should observe the things, hands-on experience should be more, and each school should implement it in their school. It's not optional one, now it's going to be mandatory one. 6 to 8 Kaushal both is introduced, and in 9 this Kaushal Vikas is introduced. Books are already printed, everybody should purchase it and start incorporating the hours, 110 hours which are allocated to this vocational education. So they have to integrate it in their timetable as well. I will let you know how you can integrate it. I will let you know in the end also how all the things we can incorporate in our timetable, in our syllabi, how we are going to work on that. So 3 forms, 1 form from each section you have to do 110 hours. You have to give the child to perform these activities and complete it. And in the last, you have to plan one Kaushal Mela also. Whatever the whole year child has done, you have to do showcase for that. And composite lab is compulsory for every school to build that, and that lab should be germinations of skills. So vocational education is again the integral part, and board exams are going to be happen for vocational education. Now, if I talk about the computational thinking and artificial intelligence, yesterday again I have shown you where you can get the syllabi, where are the textbook, where are the that handout for students as well as for the teachers. These all are on CBSE website. So computational thinking and artificial intelligence module will be introduced for grade 9th and 10th this year. Till now, it's not published. It's not revealed till now. So it would be a compulsory subject. It would be a compulsory subject, but till now, nothing is there. But yes, as soon as the module will come, computational thinking and artificial intelligence, we have to teach students about that. This year, it's not a mandatory one, but in phase 2, when I talk about 27-28, it would be mandatory for grade 9. This year, it's not mandatory for grade 9, but yes, as soon as modules would be in place, we have to incorporate. But yes, next year there is a mandatory implementation of it. There would be annual exam for it, and that should be assessed in their report card as well. So that will become again a very important part of that. 80 marks paper, we all know board classes are there, and in 9th also we are following the same pattern. 80 marks paper, theory paper we are taking. But what about the 20 marks internal assessment? Because 20 marks in each subject we are giving the internal assessment to the students. So for that, again, CBSE gave a guideline for that. One is your 25% means 20 marks, 25% would be 5 marks. 5 marks would be subject enrichment activities, whatever the practical you are doing in English, whatever you are listening, speaking, or any STEM activity you are doing in your class related to your subject to enhance your subject, that would be counted as subject enrichment activity. So 5 marks for that. Periodic assessment, 5 marks out of 3. Best 2 you can calculate, and periodic assessment you can calculate for 5 marks. Portfolio, it's again an important part, wonderful part of your holistic progress card. If you have gone through holistic progress card, it asks for the minute detail of the child. In the same scenario, 5 marks for the portfolio of the child, what the child has done throughout the year. It can be activity, it can be role, drama related to your subject, whatever the child had done in the whole process year, that can be counted as portfolio. Another is multiple assessment. 5 marks are left. It's again, suppose you organize a quiz or some demo session or some lecture. If I'll ask, some student performed extraordinary, so that is also come under the multiple assessment. You can take it as peer assessment as well, and the collaborative task also you can, that's depend on us. So multiple assessment can be concluded for it. So 20 marks is divided into 5, and the CBSE is going to release rubrics for it also. So earlier also we were doing art integration. Art integration, everybody knows we have to give some project related art integration in all grades. So now CBSE introduced a compulsory subject, art subject, in grade 9. That art integration was there, but now there is a art subject in grade 9 this year. What the teacher has to do, suppose in some subject teacher is finding difficulty in any topic, that I'm not able to convey my whole thing to my students, I'm not able to convey the in a proper way because this topic is little bit tough, I'm giving so many examples, I'm giving my heart, but I'm not able to make children understand this concept. There you have to use art integration pedagogy. What you are supposed to do, you have to collaborate with your art teacher. Ask your art teacher, how can I incorporate art in this? Suppose I'm a maths teacher, my students are having difficulty in understanding shapes, if I'm talking about the lower grade. So what will I do? They are not able to understand triangle, circle, they are doing continuous mistakes. So what I will do, I'll talk to art teacher, incorporate the art first, and then introduce my topic. Like my art teacher suggested, go for mandala art. Show one image, ask your students to make that one in their own way. Whatever they want to make, circle, triangles in that mandala art, if you have seen, you will understood. So through mandala art, you will reveal the types of shapes. In that case, what happened? Art should be integrated in it. It will appeal the child. It will make the child confident. It should make the child to be understanding, right? So child should actively integrate that art technology in their own concept. So it's very important to integrate art in our subjects. I'm not saying that you can do it in every chapter, no, but you have to understand where you can integrate. You have to chalk out your lesson plan according to that this in this chapter I can use this art technique. So that's depending upon you, that how you are going to conditioning the mind of the children, right? And if I talk about assessment part, it is an internal assessment. There is an internal assessment for the board class, but yes, rubrics should be there. If you are assessing a child that this art activity child has done, so the rubrics should be ready, like creativity, understanding, but that rubrics should be measurable. If you write understanding at what level? If you are designing a rubrics, the criteria for rubrics should be very specific for that. It doesn't should be, if you can say, measurable. The things should be, the content should be measurable term. The term, whatever term you will use, that should be measurable. You can assess that rather than understanding. I cannot understand. Yes, if the child is able to demonstrate, then I can see, yes, it can be done for that. So art integration is again a very important part of our curriculum this time. The next, again, it is again not, we are going to judge it on board criteria, but yes, physical education and well-being is another module, another curriculum introduced by CBSE to become an integral part of our children. Why CBSE is integrating art, physical education, well-being? Why? Because we don't want children to affect their cognitive domain. Cognitive means that their mind, head, that is cognitive domain. Cognitive domain is essential, but to take care about their affective domain. Affective domain means their heart, their well-being, social emotional power. So that is again very very important part nowadays for children. Only cognitive part cannot do anything. So social emotional well-being is very important. Here the physical education take place. If child is fit, if he is doing or she is doing some physical activity, automatically its cognitive and social emotional part would be brilliant. So the child should do movement, skill activities. So mastery some fundamental things. He will do or she will do the yoga for their mindfulness. Again, social emotional well-being would be there. The child should understand the power of healthy, nutritious food as well. That's why they are introduced this module in grade 9. So that's only the part that, yes, we are here to make our children in not only academically strong, we are here to make them social emotional well-being, even the ethical well-being also. So that they can understand, they can communicate confidently, and they can understand their needs of the life. And how we are going to assess this part? It is a school based assessment again. And you know that assessment has 3 stages: assessment of learning, assessment as learning, and assessment for learning. So that should be assessment of learning to shift off assessment for learning. So that can be formative and summative as well. Summative, you know, end of the session you can take some pen paper test, and you can mark according to that. For formative, observations, check in, peer reflection, its own diary maintaining, that which schedule the child is following, that comes under the formative assessment only. So it's again physical education and well-being incorporate in our study system, in our education system. One more change is there in grade 9, that is one more individual in society is introduced in this year only, 26-27. This academic session, children are going to study individuals in society. This is related to SST, that is social science. This is introduced again to make children about constitutional values. They should understand how to participate democratically and how to become responsible citizens. So that is again the integral part of our education this year, 2026-27, in grade 9. And how it is taught: perspective taking, evidence based reasoning. They will do research about it, and then they make their rational and ethical thoughts. So purpose of CBSE is to that the child should understand how an individual will live in the society, what is its ethical values, how the child has to go about it, what's its power, what are values they have to hold, and how to make a responsible citizen for that. So this is again a compulsory subject introduced in grade 9. And subsequently, the cohort, those are going to study individuals in society this year. This year, I'm quoting it again, 2026-27. That cohort, when go in grade 10, they will learn environmental education in grade 10, 27-28. This year no change, but yes, 27-28 they will learn environmental education. What is again the core goal? That the child should be aware about its environment. He should be empathetic about it. He should be aware about it, that how to how the child should understand the capacity sustainable living in the society, and how he can spread this information in around it. That's why environmental education is become mandatory for grade 10, 27, 28. Not this year, I'm quoting it again, not this year. The cohort who comes from 9 to 10, they are going to study environmental science. This, and it's again school based assessment, and it will be assessed through project based. The child should give some projects regarding environment, their services, so they will do that, and based on that, school based assessment should be there for that. So why we are doing all these things, why we are, let's summarize whatever we have done till here, so that the our child should be future ready learner. Why we want him or her or it to be a future ready? Because we should make them, we want to give them 21st century skills. We want them to be a creator, not passive observer. We want them to be a critical thinker, developer for anything, not only consumer. That's why we are making them, we are doing these changes, and CBSE is implementing these changes. But lot of teachers will ask, why, ma'am? Why? We should not focus on why. We should focus on how. How we are going to implement it. What are the ways we can implement it? Rather than why, we should focus on how. So that's why, again, all the three things I just want to repeat. We want our learner to be from rote to rational learners. Cultural R1, R2, R3 will be implemented. Holistic progress card, multidisciplinary projects should be there. And vocational education, through vocational education, we want the dignity of labor. The child should understand the dignity of labor for that. So now it comes in place how we are going to implement, because many of you are asking about it. How, ma'am, you are giving so many things, but how we are going to implement it? This is for leader, for the principal, for the teachers. First of all, CBSE is organizing many capacity building programs for the particular subjects. So teachers should enroll them for those capacity building programs. They should attend that workshop. They should understand, and they should investigate also there how they are going to implement the new R1, R2 system. Few courses are also running on Diksha and Nishtha. I'm going to share one Word file with you, which contains few links, and you can go through that links and you will get the whole information. All right. So capacity building program, we should improve our capacity. We know it, everything fine, but we have to change ourselves when the era is changing, when our learners are changing. It's a fast changing paced work. Our learners are changing day by day. The learning styles are changing, so we have to adapt that technology. We have to adapt that policy, or we should be adaptive enough that yes, we should update ourselves as soon as possible. For that, CBSE is going to organize capacity building program, so we should attend that. This is the first upmost priority for being a teacher, for being a leader. Second, very important is that school curriculum committee. Every school now onwards, because many things are floating right now. CBSE throw a lot of things on us. This should be implemented. This should be done. How that should be done. So every school should make one school curriculum committee. They, in this team, there would be teachers of all grades. I can suggest you can take the coordinators and few subject teachers. They will plan all the activities. They will review the textbooks. They will ensure the constitutional compliance of this whole scenario. Whatever the vocational education, CTAI, if I'm talking about many things. So all should be implemented in which phase, how we are going to integrate in our timetable, lesson plan, how we will map this with this. Yesterday I told CT and AI in grade 3, 4, 5 can be mapped with maths and science. But how? By which period? You have to allocate that. So school curriculum committee will do that work. You have to make a curriculum committee who will finalize the things, and the things fall in the right zone. So that would be the main aim of the curriculum committee, that they will formalize the things internally. After that, annual pedagogical plan. That's the teacher responsibility. When the curriculum committee give us that this things should be done, this will be done by this teacher, this teacher. So after that, you have to plan your lesson plans. According to that, you have to prioritize that in which period you want to go for hands-on activity, and for which period you want to go on pen paper test, or for which period you have to go on book. So that's your pedagogical planning for the year. So when the school curriculum committee will chalk out the things and give it to you, then you have to develop a realistic but balanced master plan. This is very important. It should be realistic. It should not be on papers only. It should be on practical possible. You have to make that plan. And one request for leaders, de-stressing timetable. Timetable should be like that. The teacher should do 2 to 3 period only teaching. After that, the hands-on activities would be incorporated in that. It means in a day, the teacher can teach 2 3 subjects per day. But yes, the bagless days are again very important part. I can give one suggestion for that. Most of the school Saturdays are off for the students. If not, you can implement bagless day on Saturdays. In that day, you can allot vocational skills period, vocational education period also, CTAI periods also. So one day, one Saturday or 2 Saturday, depending upon you, depending upon your curriculum, that how you want to go about. It's only a suggestion that yes, if Saturdays are off, you can at least do one Saturday working as bagless day, and most of your things will fall in that Saturday, and it will be very relaxing for the teachers and for the students as well. So one bagless day is very mandatory from CBSE also. There is a curriculum regarding that. That will be implemented side by side. If you want to do vocational skills, vocational education course in that, the student should explore the things, so you can implement in that day. I hope I have answered most of the queries that how we are going to implement it. It's not possible that nothing is impossible, but yes, we can do it, and it can be done like that. Any query regarding that? I'll take it in the last 2 more slides are left.
Okay.
So the ninth grade students, those went in grade 10th this year. This strategy is implemented this year, 2025-26. Those appeared for 10th board exam, it is already implemented. But I am explaining it for them. Those now that cohort is in grade 10. Those went from 9 to 10. There are 2 board systems. There are mandatory. One board is mandatory. That is, if I show you here, it's the main pathway, exam 1. It will be from the mid-February, mandatory, and the full subjects should be done. And you know that result is declared right now. Few days back, result are declared. The child is promoted to grade 11. Suppose in some situation, child is not able to give all the exam. So they can go for the safe net, that is exam 2. It would be, date sheet is already released, month of May. It is optional. Full subjects you can give, result declared in June, and you will get provisional admission in grade 11 for based on that. But there is a clause that at least you should pass, or you should give 3 subjects, 3 main subjects in exam 1. If you are not if you have given only 2 exams, then you are not eligible for the second board. So you have to give 3 main subjects in exam 1. My suggestion is that go for all exam in one go. If you are not able to score well, then there is an option that you can take this chance. You or the student, those have compartment, they can also give exam in these, and those want the improvement, they can also give exam in this. So That's an optional one. But yes, I always suggest go for the full main exams. If result declared, you feel, yes, I want to improve, you can. Path is yours only. So why this two board system is? Because children are in a high risk. They are on the high stake. They are pressurized. Sometimes they did not score well and they feel low. So CBSE wants to give them the chance to improve for that. Now, if I'll show you this table, just see it very carefully. I'll show you. This is grade 10. If you can see grade 10, no changes there. If you can see language 1, 2, mathematics, basic standard, which is going on, science. This is subject for grade 10 this year. Those have passed. And this is, those are going to appear. There is no change. Skill based, language 3 optional, health, work, experience, art integration, art. Everything is same for grade 10. No change this year for grade 10. Now let's see what is change in the grade 9. So we have talked about language system R1, R2, language 2 again R1, R2, mathematics and advanced, optional, science, optional and advanced, social science. Which mandatory subject is there? Vocational education. Green. Green means yes, it is now the integral part. This is now the board exam subject. That is school-based internal assessment and annual examination would be there. And three things I told you today: individual in society is introduced, art education is introduced, and physical. These all three are assessed by the school only, not by the board. But these multidisciplinary subjects should be taught in the school. 3 new subjects are introduced and the syllabus will be provided soon. One more thing I just want to show you, CT and AI. Modules will be introduced, but till now there is no module. So whenever they will introduce, we will do that. Right? So now next slide. Now just see it very carefully. I have did comparison here. You can see this is 26, 27, grade 9. And this cohort will go, and this cohort will go in 27, 28 board exam. So you can check language 1, R1, R2, language 1, R1, R2, maths advanced, science advanced, social science, same. So whatever vocational education here was the school-based assessment and annual examination, it becomes a mandatory subject in 27, 28. 27, 28. It would be a mandatory subject for that. In grade 9, child studied individual in society. Here, the child will study environmental education, which I talked about. Art education, physical education and well-being, and physical education. Language 3 optional is always available for till 2029, 30. Till that time, language 3, those students want to opt for the optional subject, optional language, they can opt for that. And they can opt for some optional subjects as well. So you can see now the see here grade 9 and 10th. In grade 9, I already told you CT and AI will be introduced in 27, 28. 27, 28. Now, 2 subjects are the main subject, vocational education and CT and AI. So, how many total main subjects are there? 5 plus 2, 7 subjects. 7 subjects for grade 9. Right? 7 subjects for grade 9. And how many subjects compulsory in grade 10? 6 subjects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1 vocation. So that's why 6 compulsory subjects are. For grade 9, 7 compulsory subjects are there. Now let's move to next year. When this 9th will come in 10th, just check it out. This 9th, I have pasted here, and this 10th, you can see. What happened? They have learned CTI vocational education in 27, 28. So 28, 29, there would be a board exam for them. There would be board exam for them. So how many compulsory subjects are there now? 5. 5 plus 2, 7 compulsory subjects are there. For those, they have to come for the board exam. And 29, 30, you can see everything falls in the same place. Now, it's very important. I'm referring these table from the CBSE circular, which they have uploaded, their handbook, which they have uploaded in their site. I'm not commenting on it from my side. I have taken these tables only from their own handbook they have released. Now there is a catch which I want to tell you. I'm very surprised and wondering that no one see this, what they have done. Language 3, when this grade 6 students will come in language 3, there would be school based assessment and annual examination, right? When this cohort will go in grade 10, when this cohort will grade 10, it means those students are in grade 6, they will go in grade 10. They have given third language, would not be having an board exam. I will show you here very clearly. They have mentioned in their document that third language will not have board exam. That will be only school based internal assessment or the exam, whatever the school is going to conduct for that. It means those children, they need not to be worried about it, how the child will appear for 3 papers in board exam. No needs, no worries. You need not to worry. According to this document which they have released, I am giving you the link of that document also. You can go through it. You can see it by yourself. Language 3 is not going to be assessed by both, because it is at level 3, only basic proficiency is required, so it will be assessed by the school only. There would not be 3 exam criteria for that, right? So there would be only 2 language system. So that was the catch. I just want to tell you again. Let's summarize it. I think there is some problem in the slide. 26, 27, 7 subjects are compulsory. 27, 28, 8 subjects are compulsory. 28, 29, 9 subjects are compulsory. With this, I just want to say thank you to everyone. We are teachers here. We are here to make learners, futuristic learner, I can say, and we are here to ask meaningful question, thought-provoking question, which can help them out. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, ma'am. I think it was indeed a very, very informative sessions, and I'll request all the participants to give me a thumbs up if you too feel the same about the
Ma'am,
session.
I am coming in a second, please.
Sure, sure. So we will take the sessions while we'll continue the session while Shalini ma'am takes a break. And just wanted to reflect that all these changes that CBSE is making, it's very, very futuristic. And they're actually telling us it's not just important about what we are teaching, but how, and the approach is what matters in the current times. The intent is definitely, that Shalini ma'am was also insisting, the intent is definitely to move beyond rote learning into more competency based and application driven education, so that children build the critical thinking in the real world scenario. And I'm also very sure that it could appear very overwhelming. There was so much to take in these 2 days session. The 2 hour session must have felt for most of you, that how many things a teacher is gonna do. But I'm sure as you practice, this will all fall into rhythm of your day-to-day learning. So don't actually, think a lot. I'm sure with time everything will ease out. Just wanted to remind you here that to ease teachers' day-to-day activity, the teacher app AI tools are an excellent support that we have created. You can generate lesson plans, you can generate rubrics, you can generate assessments, feedbacks, everything. They are just made for teachers to use and to, and they are actually aligned with NEP and NCF. So you can just give it a try, and it will definitely, we have use cases where teachers have expressed that it has definitely lowered their own administration time. So we'll suggest every teacher to give a try to it. And we will move to the questions now. Shani ma'am, if you can just confirm whenever you join, and I will just take the questions. In the meanwhile, I'll request all the teachers. We have couple of questions in hand that has come on the Q&A section. अगर आपके कुछ और questions है जो chat में अगर miss हो रहे हैं, आप Q&A sections पे डाल सकते हैं, and we will take them together. So while Shani ma'am is just joining, yeah, Shani ma'am is here. Ma'am, there are teachers who are asking. If we can share the links that we have spoken about. You can share those links with us. We can just put it as handout when we put the recordings. So this is for
Sure,
all the
ma'am.
teachers.
Yes.
As we upload the recording on Monday, we will provide a handout over there, and all the links that will support you to further, understand everything in depth. You can just go through that. I will quickly just take the questions, ma'am. There is Sarita
Sure.
ma'am who has asked that CT and vocational, are they included in the board exams? Will it be part of the total percentage? And how that will be a graded subject? So,
Ma'am, according for this, CBSE sent guidelines for that, how they are going to implement it. 80 marks, 20 marks paper would be there. And they have given the whole guideline. I will share that document as well, where the languages are also given, that out of those 22 languages, you can opt any Indian language. So everything is in the part of that. Or I can show you right now where it is on CBSE website. You can go through that also. Uh,
sure,
I'll share my screen. Give me a moment.
sure, ma'am.
I'll show you how you have to go about that so that everybody should be able to get that. So if I can, mm, is it visible?
Ma'am, it's coming.
Okay, visible. So you just write CBSE on Google. You will land here, click on it. You have to go to the academic website.
Ma'am, I'm not sure of the screen
Visible.
that
Please
we can
thumbs up if
see.
it is visible, because I got few thumbs up. I think
It is actually a blank screen
Mhm.
with some pattern drawn. So I'm not sure if this is the
Okay.
right.
Okay. I'll share again.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I'll share again. Is it visible right now?
Ma'am, it's coming. Yes, ma'am. Now we can see it.
So what you can do, write Google. In Google, you just write CBSE. CBSE page will open. So what you can do, you can just click on academic website. When you click on it, you will land up here. Right? There is curriculum. So grade 9th curriculum and 10th curriculum is there. So you can check when the advanced syllabus is coming or not. All the circulars, if latest I talk about, or the archive, all the, there is CT and AI, introduction of R3, webinar, everything, every information will be here only. So you just go here in circulars, you can see all the latest circulars. Curriculum I have already explained. CT and AI, you will get 3 to 8. All the handbooks for the teachers and for the students as well. You will get it from here. Right? In skill education, if I'll click on skill education, there is the schemas of all the curriculums, that how you are going to implement it, what is the qualification, how composite lab circular is there, how they are going to implement it, scheme of studies, how skill education is. And there is a curriculum page. You can see here 6 to 8, all the Kaushal both books are. For 9, again, this is Kaushal Vikas book. No change in 10th, so they have introduced only for the 9th only. So you can find it here also. So when you explore it, you will understand there all the information they are giving through their portal only. CBSE is giving all the information through the portal only. So you need not to be worried about it. Curriculum, if I clicked here, there is secondary curriculum part 1, class 9. It is very important document on which they have done one meeting also. I have put the link of that whole meeting, offline meeting there, so that you can understand that also. Here there are the initial pages, languages, and the initial pages are very, very important for everyone to understand. So I already told you this is the curriculum, and I am referring to the doc. If I'll show you these tables, I'm referring to these tables only, which says there would not be any R3 paper. You can see here in 2031, if I'll show you, yes, 2030-31, I'm referring to this only. I'm not referring, or I'm not claiming anything from my side. They themselves said there would not be any language 3 paper on R3 level. In the those are those children are in grade 6. Parents were worried how our child is going to give 3 language paper. According to this document, there would be only 2 language paper. Third will be assessed through the school-based assessment. So you can see the whole document is there. There also they have given the languages also, from which languages you can opt for this. Everything, every criteria is given in this one. So you can refer to this document and you will get the knowledge about what the CBSE wants to convey. Yes, any another queries there? I am here to
Yes, ma'am. There
address
are
that.
two more questions.
Yeah.
Um, So, will there be board exams for environment subject? And another question by Zubeda Makbul ma'am, that if there are any changes or reforms for the special educators, special education.
Ma'am, special education, if I'll entertain this question first, special education is not only for that, but yes, they said we will give some guideline. They haven't revealed any guideline for them. But yes, for special need children, they said only one subject earlier, which was one language was compulsory, it will remain same. Rest, they will give some guidelines. They did not reveal any guideline on CWNS students.
Okay.
Children with special needs, they will be catered as an exceptional one. And the children also who came from foreign also, they are also considered as some special cases. So they said we will provide some guideline for them. But till now, they haven't given anything. Ma'am, another question was?
Another question was environment subject, if there be
No, it's only a project-based and school-based assessment. It would not be. I am quoting again and again 5 compulsory subject. Hindi, English not, 2 languages, math, science, SST would be compulsory always. It would be compulsory. Only 2 more subject, vocational education, CT and AI. That will be assessed in board right from the next session. Next session only vocational education. Next to next session vocational education and CT and AI. So there would be only 7 compulsory subjects.
Yeah, sure. Ma'am, there is another question from a teacher, Monica from Himachal Pradesh, that probably few of the schools there have opted for CBSE, but they are not clear about what books they need to refer. So, they are just asking for help. Currently, they are teaching from NCRT book prescribed by HP board only. So, if you can confirm the same.
Ma'am, if your school is affiliated to CBSE, you have to go for NCRT books. Because NCRT curriculum is totally changed now. Their books are published, those are available. Earlier there was problem that they were not available, but now all the books are available on website as well as on the book vendors. So you should go for NCRT books, and it will help you out and help your children also, because they are very informative, very interactive one. The new books in every domain is very interactive one.
Monica, ma'am, I hope that answers your question. Last question, ma'am. If clear guidelines can be given on assessment of computational thinking and AI for child's perspective, from child's perspective.
Ma'am, again, CBSE did not give any guideline on anything. They said in their, I think in that meeting, CBSE chairman said, we come up with the guidelines, how the, that, because this time, this year and the next year, it would not be a board exam, right? 2 years, we are not going to have board exam. So they have time, they will give the guideline, how they will, it would be 80-20 marks, or it would be 50 marks. So they will let us know how they are going to implement it and what rubrics they are going to implement. So that we all are waiting about that.
Okay, sure. Ma'am, one last question. I understand that we have already, crossed 6 o'clock time for us, but I'm just taking this last question. Please tell me about the basic qualification. Sorry, it just came. Qualification needed to teach AI in class 10 CBSE. Is a diploma in electronic engineering acceptable?
Ma'am, that depends on school, I believe. Few teachers, those are only diploma, they are teaching in grade 9th and 10th. Right, but
Right, right.
there is a specific qualification for that, that the teacher should be B.Ed or M.Tech or something. There is a criteria, but it depends school to school, because they are not showing, many schools are not showing teachers on regular basis, so they can appoint anyone for that.
Sure, sure. We took like a 15 minutes question and answer. I'm sorry, we are not able to stretch beyond because obviously teachers would also be, engaged due to this. So you can definitely send us your question if there is anything that was not addressed or anything where you need extra information or you still have the query. Please write to us at support@bharatiairtelfoundation.org and we will get in touch with Shalini ma'am. If there is a need to conduct further sessions, we'll have a look at it as well.
Sure, sure, sure. And I just want a one word from all of you, that how was the session, ma'am? Have they given this feedback? How was the session? Did they get something new? Even I always believe, if you got one thing new, it would be achievement for us. If we are able to convey the message in a proper way, it is an achievement for us. So could
Right.
you write one word for us, that yes, how was the session for you?
Come on, teachers, you can just
We
give
can
a
give, we will
yeah,
give,
shout out to what you felt. It could be a one word response as well. Doesn't have to be very long.
we try to make it short and crisp. I don't want to, I can speak hours and hours on one slide, but there is no use of it. We want to give you short and crisp scenario, how the CBS is thinking and what they are going to implement. We got
Right.
excellent messages. Thank you so much for your cooperation, your patience to listen us and understand the things. Once again, I just say, we are teachers, we are lamp holders, and we are nation builders. So we should keep this spirit up. And with this, I just say thank you to all of you for joining us, for uh, understanding us in that way. Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so
Thank
much.
you.